This episode of Tekzilla is brought to you by Ting. Hey, it's time to get our HD Nation on. The plasma TV masters at Panasonic are ready to take orders on the company's largest HD TV offering to date. The TH152 UX1. Look at this, 152 inches of 4K resolution. Now we're talking 4096 by 2160 pixels, 3D ready. 2,600 watts of average power consumption. Here, I'll show you guys the page here.
It's over 1,200 pounds. It is 12. Imagine getting that into your apartment.
No,
that on my third floor walk up.
You're talking new construction probably to get this into any particular place. And all yours available at Harrods. Actually, the good folks at Harrods for a cool about $950,000 or so.
Oh, it's at Harrods, so you can get like an exotic cat. While you're there as well.
Or my favorite, their number 42 Earl Grey tea, which is really, really good. Now, hey, during our recent HDMI switch roundup on HD Nation episode number 146, Pat asked me about the use of an auto switch with two always-on devices, and I wanted to clarify that scenario. You won't be able to auto switch between the always-on devices, but the other devices connected to an auto switch that are switched on and off should trigger that auto switching function. And also the DVDO Edge Green's analog and digital inputs can be prioritized to your heart's content. And if you want to use the Edge Green scaling and other video processing features, or if you want to see them in action, go surf on over to HD Nation's website and take a look at episode number 43, where we really go in depth on the capabilities of it and show you some of the cool tricks that thing is really capable of with your standard and high definition sources out there.
Very cool. Jonathan writes in, AnandTech just put up a good article on Blu-ray copy protection mechanisms and the latest audio-based system. While most of the internet pundits are ready to write off physical media for Netflix and iTunes because they are 1080p, I'm still clinging onto discs because I don't like 1080p video compressed through my DSL connection. But I do like DTS HDMA. It sucks to see the Blu-ray Association add more DRM, which does nothing but make it more difficult to use their product. Jonathan.
That's totally the case. That is an excellent write-up actually at the AnandTech website. The article is chock full of information about the latest content protection schemes applied to some of your latest Blu-ray movie releases. Or, if you're asking yourself why your new Blu-ray player is hopefully updating itself every other month, there's why. And another bit of disc-related ripping news out there came my way from the good folks at CE Pro. Basically, they're talking about a long and complex legal battle that's been going on between a company called Kaleidescape and the DVD Copy Control Association over whether or not the related CCA licensing agreement actually specified that, get this, a physical disc must be present at the time of playback. Now, Kaleidescape makes these sweet hard drive-based movie servers that you can basically put your DVDs into, and it will rip that disc right to the server and store it there for your playback on a beautiful interface system. However, now the DVDA Copy Control Association is now saying that you must have that disc present. And the judge recently sided with the CCA's position and that it needed to create a level playing field for all the licensees, even if some of the specific wording of its secret set of rules has changed over time. And the judge's injunction has all but nuked the idea of creating these type of DVD-sourced video servers that can function without having the disc present and accounted for. Of course, the folks at Kaleidescape are appealing the decision, and if you look at Kaleidescape's latest Blu-ray movie server, they actually lock the discs in a carousel system design that I believe they anticipated the outcome of this DVD-based server ruling.
Oh, it's too bad. You can think of it as, you can use it as a storage system for your DVDs. You can think of it that way.
Yeah.
They can build it into like a cabinet of sorts.
Totally.
I don't know.
It does help keep the fingerprints off the discs, but if you really want the absolute best quality for your audio and video experience in your home theater, expect your paid-for Blu-ray discs to be saddled with endless forms of DRM, FBI, Scotland Yard warnings, forced previews, and whatever other crap you can easily avoid.
I hate forced previews. It's so annoying.
And we can avoid all of that by downloading a so-called pirated copy in a variety of convenient formats. So something has to change, and it's all coming to a head.
I do not need to see the entire previews of the Criterion Collection every single time I watch a movie.
It's not even bad, but when you go back like a couple years later to watch your favorite movie, and then you're seeing previews for movies that probably never made the cut to begin with, and anyway.
That's stupid.
So how about it's time for the new Blu-ray releases for the week of April 3rd, 2012. This week, Chinatown. This 1974 Polanski classic stars Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway, and finally makes it onto Blu-ray with an MPEG-4 AVC codec, 235:1 aspect ratio, and a Dolby True HD 5.1 soundtrack. Blu-ray.com gives the video quality a 4 out of 5, calling it steady and satisfying, saying, quote, "The image enjoys a rather natural appearance, accentuated by crisp details and steady colors," unquote. Extras include a feature commentary with the screenwriter Robert Towne, along with David Fincher, along a 77-minute feature on the LA Aqueduct and its role in the film, and the film's impact on the city. Also included is a 20-minute featurette with the cast and crew, a 26-minute segment of Hollywood bigwigs discussing their impressions of the film, a 25-minute featurette on the production itself, and a 10-minute featurette with the cast and crew discussing the film's legacy. And as always, check out our show notes at Tekzilla.com or HDNation.tv for the links to the rest of this week's Blu-ray releases. And now it's time to thank one of our sponsors. The mobile phone experience includes a lot of confusion and powerlessness. Plans tend to be littered with hidden fees, steep penalties, arbitrary rules, and unnecessary premiums, and phone companies tend to be unapproachable and inflexible. Bottom line, consumers are overpaying and underserved. Run by a bunch of geeks frustrated with the status quo, Ting is a new service that is bringing clarity, usability, and big savings to mobile phone users. They built the service on the Sprint network, and they offer 4G Android phones to create a customer experience like no other. The support folks are smart, passionate, and empowered to solve problems. No automated systems on the other end of the line. Most importantly, Ting has one simple plan that offers fair, honest pricing. Megabytes, minutes, and text messages are each billed separately. If you use less than you anticipated, you are credited the difference at the end of the month. And if you use more, you are simply billed the appropriate additional amount without penalties or premiums. Head over to ting.com/Tekzilla and try their online savings calculator. And if you're ready to get started, you'll get $50 off your device purchase for being a Tekzilla viewer.